It's that time, folks. Welcome to First Scores on Fox 28, brought to you by AEP. I am your host, Jay Richardson, and you can see the energy after that sack. He's rowdy. He's getting guys into it. That's what it's about. Defense, you've got to have a spark, and you've got to play with passion and emotion. I'm a former New Orleans Saint, so I ate enough Popeye's chicken down there that they should be paying me, actually, to be even discussing them. And I should have got it when I was there. I'm still wanting to get it now.
Oh, I like that.
That sounds good to me.
Hey.
I don't care who you're going against. To be able to get to the quarterback that many times, have that kind of an impact on a football game, both in the run and the pass, is what we call dominance, and he's displayed that pretty often, actually, this season. Right. Do you have a touchdown dance plan for the next level?
No.
Are you a dancer?
No, I'm not. No.
Oh, we got to work on that. Okay,
All
listen,
right.
me and you, we're going to get together. We're going to work on some dance moves.
That works with me.
It's kind of my thing.
Okay.
Okay, I'm a fantastic dancer.
Yeah.
Don't let these suits fool you. I know what I'm doing.
There we go.
He's going to regret that. All my old football pads, they're worn down. I can't go put that stuff on right now.
Yeah.
But I might have to, because we cannot seem to get pressure on this quarterback. Take it easy, take it slow. This team is full of a lot of freshmen and sophomores. There's a huge leap that has to happen in between, like right around game 2 to game 4, where you see a team come of age, you see some guys grow up, you see some guys get some game experience, and that experience starts to translate. It's really something that should get people juiced up.
Yeah.
I think for me, I'm excited for these kids to be able to have these opportunities. Oh, look. There's me getting a sack, finally. It's hard to believe, but we are now into the final Friday night of the regular season. Teams are making their moves, and it's time to get into that playoff seeding mode. How do we get better seeding? We're going to find out tonight. Here's the more important question, Coach Kiffin, that I got to ask you, because you've coached some elite players in college and pros, and you've been around some of the best. Who was the greatest single player that you've coached that you had the opportunity to draft from Ohio State?
Well, I wouldn't just say Ohio State. I would say anywhere, and that would be you, Jay.
Come on with it.
And this is what comes with going to a university like Ohio State, Alabama. It used to be Clemson. They're struggling this season. But when you have a lot of talent, listen, not everyone's going to get a seat at the table. Not everyone's going to play. From what I understand, he had tried to go onto the field. Now, mind you, the Buckeyes are rotating a lot of defensive players, like 22, 24 guys are playing. And he was left out of that rotation. He was headed towards the field. The linebacker on the field at the time kind of waved him off and said, hey, I got it. That happens all the time in college and at the next level. And it's part of the game. You know, if the guy's in the flow, he might just wave you off. Pope did not like that. He did not take that very well. He reacted explosively on the sideline. So I just want everyone to understand that whole scenario and situation and kind of be sensitive to the fact that these are still young guys and they're out there playing for everything and they're trying to build their career and establish who they're going to be in the future, and they're going to make mistakes. He looked dominant, right? Like, I mean, he looked like he was, you know, the big brother going up against a bunch of little brothers in Akron, and he was pushing guys around. He was using his hands. He was using his instincts, all of those God-given tools he has. But the one thing I loved hearing him say is now he gets to become a teacher and a leader. And his leadership has really helped this defensive line kind of rally and galvanize. And then you see guys feed off of his energy. He is a big, powerful, twitched-up guy who was smart to come back for his senior year because there was a lot of big-time defensive linemen coming out of Bama and Clemson, and he thought, you know what, I'm going to come back, I'm going to establish myself. Had good numbers last year, wants to put up great numbers this year. 3 sacks last week, Rodney, and that is not, I don't care who you're going against, to be able to get to the quarterback that many times, have that kind of an impact on a football game, both in the run and the pass, is what we call dominance, and he's displayed that pretty often, actually, this season. That's a play I probably would have fell over as a freshman and stumbled, but this kid's not doing that. And by the way, these freshmen, like this new crop of freshmen coming out, these dudes look like game ready. Like, take them out of the package, no batteries required, and you throw them on the field and they get going. I love to see that, and that tells you just how hard they've been working in high school and in that weight room all spring and all summer. They're ready to rock right now. He was a kid against Tulsa that really got the party started for the defensive line. You're talking about a big boy now. He is not, he's a 300-plus pounder. He can move. He plays very, very low in his stance. That's one thing I've noticed. The guys that establish that leverage early on in their career and know how to play low usually end up playing a long time, because that's half the battle. Everybody on game day plays high. Not him. He gets in his stance. He gets down low. He always goes from the bottom up, has great lift, has great hands, and you can see the energy after that sack. He's rowdy. He's getting guys into it. That's what it's about. Defense, you've got to have a spark, and you've got to play with passion and emotion. And when you see that, the defense all of a sudden starts playing better. Next thing you know, you see Ronnie Hickman getting the pick, and next thing you know, guys are having fun. That's what the Buckeyes expect from the Silver Bullets defense, is a riled-up group of nutcases out there looking to wreak havoc, and these young guys are doing that. Yeah. I always dreamed of being in the NFL someday. I think all young players just instinctively want to make it to the highest possible level. Well, guess what? Tonight, I was reunited with the man that helped make that dream come true. I don't want to give him too much credit, but he did draft me. I caught up with the now Florida Atlantic head coach, Lane Kiffin. Back in 2007, most of you don't know this, but he was the guy that actually called me on the phone and let me know I was going to be the first pick of the 5th round to the Oakland Raiders. I'll be honest, I was not even watching the NFL draft. I just got back from church, and it's him. And I'm like, who is this guy on the phone? I thought he was joking, and he goes, no, I'm the Oakland Raiders head coach, and we just drafted you. You might want to cut on your TV because it's time to wear silver and black. Here's a more important question, Coach Kiffin, that I got to ask you, because you've coached some elite players in college and pros, and you've been around some of the best. Who was the greatest single player that you've coached that you had the opportunity to draft from Ohio State?
Well, I wouldn't just say Ohio State. I would say anywhere, and that would be you, Jay. I mean, just that dynamic player, and, you know, I know you got banged up a little bit, otherwise you'd still be playing in the league probably.
You guys right. He's not lying. Listen, you heard the man, okay? If not for a little bit of bumps and bruises, still be playing right now. If you want to hear more of our conversation, tune in tomorrow, The Football Fever at 11 a.m., and we're going to talk a whole lot about the Owls taking on the Ohio State Buckeyes, obviously, and you'll get more of me and Lane. It's going to be big.